Imagination is a truly wonderful thing. It is the mind's ability to create a picture of something that is not happening right now. Think about what you will have for dinner tonight. You can almost see the plate, smell the food, and taste it in your mind. This is imagination at work, a kind of mental time travel into the future. It allows us to plan, to dream, and to prepare for what might come next. We use it every single day, often without even noticing. It is a fundamental part of what makes us human, letting us step outside of the present moment and into a world of possibilities that we construct entirely within our own heads. Because this ability is so central to our own lives, it is only natural that we look at our dogs and wonder, do they share this spark of foresight? Do our canine companions who share our homes and our hearts also possess the ability to imagine a future event? When your dog looks at you with those big knowing eyes, are they just living in the now, or are they thinking about the walk you promised them later? This question is not just a casual curiosity. It gets to the very heart of understanding the inner world of another species, trying to see the world not just through our eyes, but through theirs as well. It's a puzzle that dog lovers and scientists alike are eager to solve. We often see behaviors in our dogs that make us believe they are thinking ahead. A dog might bring you its leash long before it is time for a walk. Another might start to drool in anticipation of a meal that is still an hour away. These actions seem to suggest a kind of prediction, a mental leap into a future that they desire. They are not just reacting to what is happening in the immediate moment. Instead, they appear to be acting on an expectation of what is to come. This is where the line between simple learned behavior and genuine future imagination becomes fascinatingly blurry, inviting us to look closer at what is really going on inside their minds. This inquiry is more than just an academic exercise. It changes how we relate to our dogs. If they can anticipate the future, it means they might also experience feelings like hope, excitement, or even anxiety about things that have not yet occurred. Understanding this would deepen our empathy and transform the way we care for them. It would mean that our promises of a walk later might actually register in their minds as a future event to look forward to. The question of canine imagination is a doorway into a richer, more complex understanding of the animals we live with, challenging us to appreciate the depth of their mental and emotional lives. Every dog owner has stories that seem to point toward a dog's ability to predict future events. Consider the familiar routine of leaving for work. Long before you pick up your keys or put on your coat, your dog might retreat to its bed with a heavy sigh. It has learned to associate subtle cues, the time of day, the clothes you choose, the way you walk around the house, with the impending future of being left alone. This is not magic. It is a remarkable skill of observation, where the dog pieces together a sequence of small, present moments to form a prediction about the very near future, showing a clear expectation of what is about to happen. Another powerful example is the anticipation of mealtime. Your dog might not know how to read a clock, but it has a powerful internal sense of time. As the usual dinner hour approaches, you may notice your dog becoming more attentive. It might follow you into the kitchen, sit expectantly by its bowl, or even give you a gentle nudge with its nose. This behavior is not just a reaction to the sound of a food bag opening. It is an action initiated by the dog based on its expectation that a meal is due. It has created a mental link between a certain time of day and the future reward of food, and it acts on that prediction. The excitement surrounding the daily walk provides even more evidence. Your dog might see you put on a specific pair of shoes, the walking shoes, and instantly erupt in a frenzy of joyful barking and tail wagging. It has learned that these shoes are a reliable predictor of an adventure outside. The dog is not just happy about the shoes themselves, it is happy about the future event that the shoes signify. This is a form of associative learning, but it also demonstrates a clear expectation. The dog's brain is effectively saying, this action now means that a fun walk is coming very soon, a simple yet profound form of future thinking. These daily examples show us that dogs are masters of routine and keen observers of patterns. They learn that certain events reliably follow others. While this might not be the same as a human imagining a detailed, complex future scenario years from now, it is a functional form of prediction. Their world is structured around these predictable sequences, and their ability to learn and anticipate them is a key survival skill. It allows them to prepare for important events like finding food, enjoying social time, or bracing for a period of solitude. It is their own unique way of looking ahead. Scientists who study animal minds, a field known as comparative cognition, are very interested in this question of future thinking. For a long time, it was believed that only humans could mentally time travel into the future, an ability called episodic foresight. This is the capacity to imagine yourself in a future situation, complete with details and feelings. It was thought that animals were stuck in time, only able to react to their immediate surroundings and needs. However, this view has been changing as researchers develop clever new ways to test the cognitive abilities of different species, including our beloved dogs. One of the key discoveries is that many animals, not just dogs, can plan for future needs. A famous example comes from studies of scrub jays, a type of bird. Scientists found that these birds would hide, or cache, different types of food. If they knew they would be hungry the next morning, they would store more food than usual. They were planning for a future state of hunger. This showed that an animal could take action in the present to prepare for a specific need in the future. This groundbreaking research opened the door for scientists to ask if other animals, like dogs, might possess similar planning skills. When we look specifically at dogs, research suggests they have a form of memory that helps them anticipate what comes next. This is often tied to strong emotional events. For example, a dog that has had a negative experience at the veterinarian's office may start to show signs of anxiety as soon as the car turns onto the street where the clinic is located. The dog is using its memory of the past to predict an unpleasant future. This is a type of future thinking, even if it is based on direct experience rather than abstract imagination. It shows their minds are not just a blank slate reacting to the now. However, scientists are careful to distinguish between different types of future thinking. There is a big difference between a dog expecting a walk because you picked up the leash, which is a learned association, and a dog deciding on Tuesday that it wants to go to the park on Saturday and making a plan to get you to take it there. The second example requires a much more complex, human-like form of imagination. Most scientific evidence points to dogs being very good at the first type of prediction, but there is little to no evidence that they can do the second. Their future thinking seems to be tied to the near future and based on immediate cues and learned routines. In summary, what we know for sure is that dogs are brilliant at predicting the near future based on learned patterns and environmental cues. They are not simply passive creatures living entirely in the moment. Their ability to anticipate mealtime, walks, or your return home is a clear demonstration of a mental process that looks ahead. This skill is a form of future thinking, allowing them to prepare their bodies and behaviors for what is coming next. It is a testament to their intelligence and their deep attunement to our shared lives and routines, making them seem almost psychic in their daily predictions. The scientific community has provided compelling evidence that this predictive ability is a real and important part of a dog's cognitive world. Experiments and observations have moved beyond simple anecdotes. Studies have shown that dogs can be trained to wait for a better reward in the future, suggesting they can make decisions based on a future outcome. This is a form of self-control tied to expectation. While it is not the same as daydreaming about a vacation, it is a concrete example of a mind that is oriented toward what is to come, not just what is happening right now. Their future is built on a foundation of past experiences. The great mystery that remains is the nature of their internal experience. When your dog waits by the door for you to come home, what is actually going on inside its head? Is it seeing a mental image of you walking through the door? Can it feel the future joy of your reunion? Or is it more of a simple, non-visual feeling of anticipation, an urge without a picture? These questions about their subjective, conscious experience, their what it's like to be a dog, are incredibly difficult to answer. We can observe their behavior, but we cannot get inside their minds to see the world as they see it. So can dogs predict the future? The answer is a qualified yes. They can predict upcoming events in their daily lives with remarkable accuracy. But can they imagine a future that is completely new? One that is not based on routine or past experience? On that question, the jury is still out. The inner world of a dog remains a beautiful and fascinating territory that we are only just beginning to map. As our scientific tools and our understanding grow, we may one day get a clearer picture. But for now, we can simply appreciate the wonderful mystery of the thoughtful, forward-looking companion at our feet.